Hello everyone, this is Sibbe Bladh. I love when I get proof, I get confirmation that things that I have theorized about, spoke about, many times through mythological understanding, has lately popped up within the scientific communities. If you check my videos from a couple of years ago, I told you that electromagnetic energy is the spirit world, and that everything arises from the spirit world. Every template that takes physical form comes from the spirit world. And this spirit world we call Thor. This is the god Thor, the Nordic god. It's the electromagnetic sphere. And this year science showed that everything comes from the electromagnetic sphere. And it makes me feel so happy that I had this ability to foresee, this clairvoyance, to be a few steps before. And also lately I used to tell you that planets emerge from dust that whirls in the energy. And just a few days ago, some study showed that it's very likely to be that way. It's not so mysterious, and I guess maybe I'm not the first one who says this. But it strikes me anyway, and it's been like this for a while. For a few years I always seems to be a bit before everything. But it makes me happy that science are closing in on what used to be occult, esoteric teachings. Is now researched within the scientific community seriously. And all these great masters of the last century and the 19th century, there was a massive light in human consciousness touching this world, for real. And many of these genius men, like Schauberg and Tesla, they died poor and lonely and had been ripped off by humanity on all their secrets and all their blessings they had to give. But in this time it seems to pop up again new, that this type of science is becoming more and more common. And the question is, if the industrialists, if the oligarchy is going to be able to stop all these great fantastic inventions and techniques for enhancing human life to very high levels. Or if they're going to keep pushing humans like cattle in slavery. Fact is, if the humans could collaborate and use what is available in terms of technology and so on, no one would have to work again. Just had to work for your physical body and health and spirituality, and to keep it running smoothly. But the less we use our minds and the more we use our ego, our animal instinct, we're gonna think that this is a big struggle against everybody, and no cooperation will happen. So it's all about consciousness, how high consciousness and how much humans can synchronize to create something. We are a herd animal, basically. In the end, we are herd animals. We're gonna need each other. We have group intelligence. Groups have the highest IQ. So some people are afraid of knowledge, even though it's coming out more and more. More and more illumination is going on. We know more and more. Yet some people want to stay back in the dark ages of ignorance. And really, ignorance was created by the Vatican. It was created by the dark forces. Ignorance is not a natural state for a human being. If we check the ancient civilizations, there is packed with proof of high consciousness and high knowledge about science. So this belief that nothing is certain, everything is a mystery, only God knows, this comes from the church. This comes from the slave driver who wanted to tame humanity. And to tame humanity, you have to control their minds and make them scared, vilified, ignorant, and feeling small and insignificant. And cut their ties with the spirit world. That's why magic and spirits and ancestral native cultures were exterminated, because they had a true connection with the real life, with the real nature of life, spiritual life, and life on earth. So the religions, they wanted an ignorant mass of people who looked to the heaven, to look to the Almighty Father, to have mercy on them, and to be like humble sheeps. This goes through all slave religion that is trying to tame the individual. And this, it don't only go for a few religions. Most religions have this, actually. Even if it contains fantastic knowledge in the religions, fantastic keys, how to climb the ladder to heaven, to righteousness, to holiness. It also contains the enslavement of the human individual. And to make humans believe that they are ignorant and that everything is a mystery and that no one really knows anything and everybody's just lying. It's just to make you feel uncertain. And maybe some of these people do it out of fear that other people have more knowledge, or another way of living and thinking and expressing themselves is a threat to their way, or I don't know, their personal ego. I mean, a spiritual person has suppressed his ego and has no fear, really. Has no distinction, has no judgment to pass. You know, because all judgments stem from personal imperfection. It stems from your own internal struggles, that you have a need to judge others. As soon as you have reached that level of spirituality, you're not going to have any interest in judging others. You just see humans as a big family. Everybody is your brother, everybody is your sister. That's the universality of higher consciousness. And it's not a stupid hippie consciousness who just accept everything. It's just a high knowledge of how everything works, and like the meaningless of most material action that has taught this type of person to be detached, to be cool, to rather laugh than to judge, because they have seen the foolishness of all this, you know. So as a person that is still heated up and judging, and they're still caught in the Maya, they're caught in the net of illusion and working with themselves, with the struggle in themselves, and involve the world in this fight. So that's a sign that you're not ready. And most people are not ready. We are here to become ready. We are here to teach and to take away these nasty sides of egoism and other vicious energies within ourselves to become pure. So no one, I saw a meme, no one is good enough to be another man's master. Masters, as I said before, you find them spontaneously when you need to learn something, some subject, whether it's spirituality or some other subject on the world. Someone could be your master to teach you the path of that. But no one is fit to rule another man like a slave. Or tell other people that nothing matters, or they're not worth anything, or their thinking, their thoughts, their works, their life work is not worth anything because there's no reality, and yeah, whatever. Reality is shaped from generations of hard work, of finding out. And especially after the European church and the different religions tried to suppress knowledge, it was even harder. So we mustn't think that everything is a mystery. It's not a mystery. Nothing is a mystery. I used to think that the world was a mystery, this our little planet. I used to think that it was such a big mystery until I got the enlightenment process going on in myself, and that it was revealed, it was obvious what the meaning of this place was, obvious what the function is. So that wasn't I was surprised of how simple it was. But this realization, it gives you tremendous power, tremendous insight and knowledge and energy to express this, to tell people about this if you want to. I didn't want to tell anybody. The power speaks with you from inside and it tells you to not tell anybody. Then you listen. Because when you know this quality of God, you listen. You know. But considering this knowledge and everything, man should have a proper education before releasing the spiritual power. Because the more facts, figures, forms, laws they have in their head, the more they can use this power to express. When the power comes to a simple person, they will simply express simple stuff. but very much to express how enormously great they feel. But in the hands of a sharp person who has studied and has a lot of knowledge, this power can take humanity forward. This can make a man to a genius. It can make us to very special thinkers and creators in the world. So one mustn't be afraid of knowledge. One should embrace knowledge. The problem you have is you have problem with other people. That's why you want to deny that there is any knowledge in the world and nothing means anything. It all is rooted in your relation and problem with other people, and jealousy or intolerance of differences that make man say like this. And it's the same thing that make religious people bang God in your head, and whatever you say they just explain that with God. They don't want to hear. Which is retarded. Steiner, he compared it with that you just call everything nature. You don't say species or flowers, you say this is nature, 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 nature. And that is kind of the same. We need to know the differences between spiritual levels, powers, energies, spirits, gods, the whole register. This science must be known inside. We are self-initiated. There's no one who's going to take you nowhere in this age. There's way too many people on this earth for people to be special any longer. But of course, all the Buddhas and Jesus and Rumi and Muhammads and all the different prophets and holy souls will come into the world. But no one will know them. People will dishonor them. There's no place for genius in this world. There's no place for special insights or powers or connection with God. There's no place for holy people. Most have been corrupted. The big spiritual institutions have been corrupted. The big religions have been corrupted. It's not what you think. They are maintaining an image of being religious and keeping a tradition or culture, but it has all been dissolved. Doesn't matter where you go. Muslims fight each other, Jews fight each other, Christians fight each other, and so on and so forth. Everything is shattered into a billion of pieces. And the only thing is left is you, your soul, and that connection with eternity, that connection with the almighty power. That's everything that is left. And we can synchronize together to create power. That is a good thing. But you're not going to be able to trust so much in this time. So you have to find your own energy, and your own people, and those are in your frequency. Because your connections in this world, your friends, your family, this is how the spirit world will look. those relationships you had in this world, you're going to bring them to the other side. So that's why only real friends, real associates and family are important in this life. Because that is the power patterns that will continue through life and death. We are a spiritual family. A lot can be said about everything. I think the most important is to be humble. Humble enough to not believe that you are smarter than everybody else. So, or think that you could dismiss or evaluate exactly what other people stand or know or say, and see that it's going to take you much study to even understand what they are talking about. So trying to not to come with an opinion of things you don't know about, or to dismiss things you don't know about. According to Wayne Dwyer, it was the greatest ignorance to dismiss things you don't know about. So one have to be careful with that, because it's real ignorant. And if we're going to dismiss things, because we have to do that a lot too, we should know what we talk about, and to make a declaration of why and how. So to be very clear and to speak open, and to be ready to change your mind when you are overruled, when you are presented with new information, that you have the ability to change your mind quickly, to not look like an idiot. and understand that nothing is permanent, you know. Nothing is permanent but the highest, and that is very hard to be in connection with. Most people live in lower regions, lower energies, doing other work. And so nothing is permanent there. Not even foolishness, you know, not even ignorance is permanent. You will all wake up one by one. This holy light runs the universe, and it runs life, and you are all part of the family of life, growing in this system and going towards higher and higher illumination, higher and higher elevation, higher knowledge, higher consciousness, constant process. The elevation of energy is continually going on. So eventually everyone will see, everyone will rise up. I'm speaking to the human souls, you know, the souls of the creatures now. I can't speak for the whole universe. I don't know the whole universe. But each creature in this world is on a journey, and we're rising up through the same energy, through the same system. Which means that we all will reach this super consciousness, this all-wise knowledge. And material life, it sucks the energy out of the soul. It When you leave the body, you have emptied all resource. You have done everything that could be done, have been done, you know, and the soul travels on. So we have to miss a lot of people, a lot of animals. In this temporary existence, we just have each other for a while, you know, for a short time, and then we part. Then we separate, in this form anyway. And the deceased goes to the spirit world, into the electromagnetical sphere, into Thor, which is everywhere, permeating everything, creating everything. That's Thor, the son of the highest God, the creator, Odin, the high spirit, to show you who is the father of the spirit world, is the Almighty God. Odin means master or lord. And have many names, many names. As God have many names, you know. We just call him Lord or Master. And yeah, it's true that there's a time for it. There's time for knowledge and there's a time for ignorance. There's a time for wakefulness, there's a time for sleep, for sure. There's a time for order, there's a time for chaos. Like everything else in the world of opposites, opposing energies. But all these opposing energies is ruled by a higher energy. And anyone who has reached the levels of the divine energy current, they understand that this overrun everything. A person in the highest spiritual power, they touch the world, but the world cannot touch them. Because they are in a higher power that stands above. When we are lower powers, we are very affected by karma. We are very affected by this world. But as Kundalini rise, as the serpent rise in man, the staff, it burns out negative karma from the creature. As more that it unites with God, the more it burns negative karma from the soul. So that is the aim of human life, is to reach above human life. To reach above human karma and human negative energy and confusion and evil. And to be one with the higher. And to continue this journey forever in space. To become greater and greater and more conscious. Now this new age bullshit people, they are aiming to become nothing and says nothing means anything. So let them go. Let them think that it's not a problem. It's rather an advantage, you see, because the more people ignore divine reality, the more it is to reap for the real ones. The more of God's grace and power and divinity is to reap for those who are true inside, those who are true, the real people. So let people get sucked into the new age bullshit sphere. Let them believe that's where they belong, right? Don't try to teach them anything or say anything. let them say what they want to you, you know. But you real wanderer here, you stay true to your power only, and ignore the world, ignore other people, and stay true to your power. This is the circus. You understand? These people are in the circus, playing theater together. You are going for the inner core, the true core of your soul, in your deepest spirituality in yourself. That is where you're going, to unite with the most vibrant love energy of ultimate proportions, connected all the way out to the end of space, into infinity. All this love can flow through you, and it will flow through you one day, in this life or another. And try to not judge them like they judge you, and try to not listen to their judgments or their ways of thinking and feeling. It's just harmful for true spiritual seekers and builders. You must feel sympathy for them, empathy, and understand that they are suffering. They are suffering mentally, psychologically. And these mental problems make them suffer in the world too, in the relations to other people, and whatever they do is kind of a failure. So you mustn't judge them too hard. You must avoid them, avoid their feelings, their vibrations, whatever they produce, just avoid it. But you're not going to judge them or be hard on them. Let them do what they want. Everything is voluntary in the world. We learn by free will, and they are free to do what they want. And it must be that way. So don't worry. Anytime the world lets you down, try to fuck with you, you go into yourself. You provide for yourself. You just keep working, staying in that light. When a brain is creating, it's a certain mode, it's a certain structure that is built in the brain that serves man. So just keep building, just keep constructing, laying stone by stone on your work, regardless of what the world say, regardless how much they tear down your building, regardless how much they speak against you or behave strange against you or don't support you. You can see they support everybody else but you. Don't mind. Never mind. It's their problem, alright? You're producing beauty. You are beautiful. You're nice. You're lovable. And you create great stuff. So why should you ever mind about their dark mindsets and all their criticism? And there's never been a statue raised to a critic, you know. It's creators that get validated. So just take it easy, you know, and be humble. Don't trip out. Both feet on the ground, head in the heavens, you know, heart of love. And stay humble, stay chill, stay cool. No drama, no bullshit. Okay, till next time, take it easy. Bless.